Hi Capricorn, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the first half of May 2022 or for whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please bring messages for Capricorn's highest good. Thank you. So I like to get a little story time action before we get into tarot from the Wild Unknown Archetype. Take the top card, and it is the Riddle. Page 171. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it, neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. Interesting. What are you trying to figure out, the great mystery? I like it. It's just surrender is what it screams to me. Surrender to the flow. Surrender to the flow of life. I mean, it is what it is. A lot of the time I just kind of, you have to accept. If you resist, it just makes it more difficult on yourself. I don't know. Surrender. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I don't like cleaning the house. But if I have resistance about it, it's just going to make it worse. So instead, I focus on, I like having a clean house. And so I'm going to clean my house. Right. I don't know. It's just a little shift in perspective. But anyway, it sounds like you're going to be wondering what the mystery is for a while there with that riddle card. Capricorn. Let's open with Light Seers Tarot. This is for Capricorn. Yeah, our mental state can really put a lot more pressure on us than what needs to be, right? So, wow, this is a lot of feeling left out in the cold, energy all bound up in the mind with the Eight of Swords, right? Like a self-imposed mental prison going around and around with your thoughts. There could be financial stress there with that Five of Pentacles, Capricorn. It could just also feel like, there might be abandonment issues here, because with this card, the way they show it in this deck, the Five of Pentacles, there's a key right there that she could use to open the door, but she can't see it because she's too upset, or he, who knows, who cares, doesn't matter. It's the energy of someone who can't see that they could go back inside. They feel left out in the cold, and they're dwelling in that feeling instead of, letting it go and picking the chin up and, oh my God, there's a key, right? So like the need for some healing work is showing up too. That Four of Swords comes after, obviously, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is heartbreak in the tarot. So here in the Four of Swords, we see someone recovering, reclaiming their energy, resting. You see this little heart, and there's like an intravenous line. She's filling her heart back up after the heartbreak. So It's self-care. This is definitely a meditation card for me. This is me every morning in my bed, in my little nest. Before I do anything, I make sure I do at least 10 minutes of deep breathing. Kind of sets the tone for the day. I like to have my coffee first personally, but you know, hey, everybody finds their rhythm, and look what flipped. So this is what will help quiet the anxious mind, right? Is those deep, repetitive breaths. It helps you to shift from an anxious mind into a clearer mind where, you know, you're not so stressed out. I love it. I love it. I love it. When I do my deep breathing, it's like I let everything that worries me dissolve into the bigger body, right? Because like the way I am spiritually, I'm just a little tiny piece of the much bigger whole, right? Like kind of like a tree that grows out of the earth, you know, like the tree is the earth, but the earth is so much bigger than the tree, right? Same thing for me. And yeah, meditation is what gets you like in alignment with that and out of your head so much. So I see you're trying to make a decision possibly here, going back and forth with that Two of Swords. Let's see what hit the table. We have Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Damn, boss energy. On your way to it. So perhaps you're thinking about running your own business. The Emperor, you know, probably, honestly, the Emperor has multiple businesses, you know. The Emperor, this is the pinnacle of power right here. There's no one above the Emperor. He calls the shots. The only energy that has an influence over the Emperor is the Empress. And that's just because the Empress gets what she wants. Period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's the Empress. He wants to please his Empress. Trust me. So it looks though, honestly, like you're just working on your investments here with that Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, you know, working steadily towards growing something financially here that perhaps it's your little, you know, side hustle that, because you see how he's holding that chess piece off to the side, but he's focused elsewhere. I mean, it's like he's strategizing how to move forward, but he's holding it to the side over here where it's like this something that's growing, but it's growing maybe slowly, and maybe that's what's stressing you out, right? Because it might be taking too long, or because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck as well. And the Seven of Pentacles, this is a card of investments, and this person has done all he can do to get that plant to grow, and now he just has to wait for it to grow. So it's like taking stock of how far you've come, that kind of thing. And it does feel like this Emperor here is kind of kicked back and, you know, in deep reflection, right? Definitely planning a move there with that chess piece, right? So Kingpin energy, trying to make a decision, it seems. Let's keep going. That's not king, that's Emperor. Kingpin's you guys. King of Pentacles. Let's see if it comes out for you. Okay, so the Five of Swords just hit the table in the reverse. So under the Eight of Swords, I like that. It's like hopefully you know, letting go of people who bring drama, because the Five of Swords can be a lot of like cutthroat, competitive energy. It can be self-sabotaging thoughts too. So like letting go of that. We're going to clarify, obviously. Yes, letting go of that. Look at that gorgeous, beautiful Four of Swords that just popped out. I love it. So there you go. Boom. In your nest, doing your healing. And doesn't it even seem like this is how they're sitting on the table, right? Catty cornered. But when you look at them together, you see the brown here. It's like this is the nest. This is home base. But instead of, you know, maybe sitting around dwelling on the things that are bothering you, like taking time just to like, you know what? Let that shit go, right? Like, just, yeah, breathe it out. Let it go. Let it go and let God, as some people like to say, you know. It's just the Hierophant here. I love the Hierophant in this deck, and it's the inner realm that he has accessed that brings him to these new spiritual heights, right? So Capricorn, you know, it's a lot of time people are so focused on Capricorn just, you know, going after achieving money. Yeah, but no, they actually also achieve spiritual heights too. Capricorn can be very spiritual. So from what I understand, from what I've read, I don't really have it in my chart, but anyway, that Hierophant is definitely about accessing higher levels. And I like how they depict it within itself. It's just perfect. All right, so Strength is out next. Major Arcana for the sign of Leo. The Emperor is the major arcana for Aries. You might have it in your chart, or maybe you're interacting with one of those signs. And we just had the Two of Cups hit the floor. So clearly the Emperor has love on the brain. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Oh yeah, Ten of Pentacles. So that's long-term energy, right? Like, this is a family. Usually it's depicted with 3 generations of family because it's supposed to represent generational wealth, inheritance. This is like stable, rooted, grounded energy. This is seeing long term with somebody too, though. And that's kind of how it's depicted here in this deck. So a little bit of anxiety, maybe needing to figure something out, perhaps with that riddle card. This Emperor is like trying to figure something out, but like maybe you can't really figure it out. Maybe you just have to live it. Maybe you just have to breathe it. Maybe you just have to let go. Is kind of, you know, stop holding on and trying to control the outcome so much and just let go and say this or something better. Okay, so whatever it is, especially if it's a person, if you're trying to focus specifically on a person, right, as suggested here, it has like free will has to be taken into consideration, right? So you can want for a person, but you have to say this or something better. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, right? That's how I see it anyway. I just try to stay loose with it. I saw this meme one time. It says something like, your heart must become a sea of love and your mind must become a river of detachment, right? So it's just this constant letting go of just knowing that what's meant for you will not pass you by, that kind of thing. Just takes the stress out, takes the edge off. It's like, well, I know, you know, I know what's meant for me will not pass me by, that kind of thing. The World is on the bottom of this deck. We're going to clarify with the Witch's Tarot. There it is again, though. So there's that Eight of Swords again. Capricorn's coming through loudly today. Anxiety. That's anxiety. It's known as a self-imposed mental prison in the tarot, the Eight of Swords. So it's like she doesn't have to stay down there. She can certainly leave that swampy area if she doesn't want to be there and go back to the castle behind her, you know. Yeah, she can leave. She can leave it behind. Six of Swords, leaving troubled waters behind, leaving a troubled mind behind. Sword energy represents our thoughts. But here with the Six of Swords, we have thoughts connected with emotion because, of course, thoughts and emotions are connected, right? Water in the tarot is emotion. Lots of water in this picture. Negative thoughts will bring negative emotions. They are pretty much one and the same. So if you're going around and around in your mind about something, it's like definitely asking you to let it go. Just breathe it out and surrender it, and just know that what's meant for you will not pass you by. Look, Queen of Swords, getting a clear mind. I love that. So we'll go with that. Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The sword energy is the air element, hence the air signs. So this queen is open to communication. She is not made up her mind yet. She's guarded, but she is flexible. Whereas the King of Swords, he's very decided, and you probably will not be getting him to change his mind, you know. So, Eight of Swords, anxiety, that's in Capricorn's reading. Anything okay, yeah, they wouldn't let that one go back in. So there you go. Queen of Swords wants to come out. So good, you're going to come out of that mental buzz. It's just like, it's just, it's not worth, it's counterproductive. If you believe you are creating your reality with your mind, it is counterproductive to be dwelling or making a home in doubt, worry, stress, overwhelming. All of those things, like, just are going to bring more of the same. So it's good to just let it go. What'd you get? Four of Swords. Yes. Wanted another one. And we just got the Four of Swords again. So that's, boom, this card. So it's just heavily emphasizing the need to absolutely take the time every single day. It needs to be daily. It needs to be consistent. It doesn't need to be for a long time. It can be 10 minutes, but at least 10 minutes of deep breathing will clear the mind. It just helps. It does. I promise you. It helps to ease this Five of Pentacles too, right? Because if it's a financial worry with the Five of Pentacles showing up again, because Pentacle energy, or as they call it here, they call it Five of Pentacles. Some decks call it Five of Coin, but it's because it's connected to money. So this can be feeling left out in the cold. So there could be like inner abandonment issues from childhood, or financial struggles and stresses, like I said, because I do see someone waiting on their money to grow right there with that Seven of Pentacles. But breathing will even help with that, because it helps to shift one from scarcity mentality to abundance mentality, in the very simple fact that you can never breathe all of the air. Go ahead and try. You're never going to breathe it all. There's an abundance of air for every living creature on this planet. There's enough air. There's no possible way you can breathe it all. Not even if you tried. So it helps to shift more into abundance, right? Okay, so Six of Swords, but it hit the table in the reverse. It's like this is what's had you stuck, I think. Because I'm still pulling on that first card. I haven't really moved on to the Seven of Pentacles yet. Yeah, but like, that's, where you need to take action, perhaps, with the King of Wands showing on the bottom of the deck. So the King of Wands is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And not to say that you're one of those signs, you might have it in your chart, whatever, doesn't matter. This is someone who takes action. Everybody takes action. The wand is our actions. This is firing up and going after something. So you might have been like kind of spinning in circles there for a while. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. You're clearly very up in your head. Eight of Swords, having to do with probably something that quite possibly has to do with money, because it's Pentacle energy, which is earth plane energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But also, something with a partner perhaps too, because we just saw the King of Wands. Now here, this is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is also an entrepreneur energy. Like, the wands are our actions, and it's our passionate actions at that. So it's anything that we go after that, perhaps, like I said, you are starting a business and maybe it's taking a while to grow here, and there is a shit ton of anxiety connected to it. Or whatever it is that's just going slow. They heavily want to emphasize the need for the healing work because it's here twice. And that's how you get self-mastery here with the Strength. It comes after the Four of Swords that's on the table here. Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles, because that is progress. I mean, he is walking. That's slow, but at least it's moving in the direction of where you want to be, which is this Emperor energy, which is the boss energy. So the Knight of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Okay, so we have, in this deck, they call it karma, but this is the Judgment card. The Judgment energy is a major arcana for Scorpio. It is the rebirth aspect of Scorpio. So it's something coming back to life, or it could be making a decision about something. It can also be like it's Judgment Day, you know what I mean? Like it's time for a heavy dose self-reflection. Have I been living my life the way I want to? Is there anything I'd like to change? You know, that type of thing. Coming out with the King of Wands now, though. So here he is. So it's like, yeah, we're taking action. This is entrepreneurial energy. Absolutely. The wand energy. So karma, it's making a decision. It is a rebirth, and it's showing a full moon eclipse here, isn't it? And we are having a full moon eclipse soon, like in a couple of weeks from when I'm recording this. Full moon in the sign of Scorpio too, and that's a card of Scorpio. Wow. Making a decision is what comes to mind, but if karma is like faded too, right? So Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is more money energy, right? So something might be starting small, but it has potential to grow, because Pentacle energy it can grow. It's like a seed. Let's look at this Emperor. This is boss energy. Clarify the Emperor, please, for Capricorn. A lot of Sagittarius energy coming through all of a sudden. We have the Temperance on the bottom of the deck. That's major arcana for Sagittarius. And now we also have the Knight of Wands, which is more Sagittarius energy. It came out with the Ten of Swords, but it hit the table in the reverse, like somebody is wanting to just almost not do the healing, or maybe once they do the healing work, because it's in the reverse, they're ready to go. But this is the end of a painful cycle, and in the reverse, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's like, are they trying to shake the swords out, shake out the damage, and just breeze over it? Just breeze over it like it never happened. With the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very passionate energy, but it's a non-committal energy. But it's this Emperor taking action, right? So the Wand energy is more actions. He's a traveler, the Knight of Wands. He's going to be on the move a lot. So this Emperor is planning his next move. Carrying, though, these swords are trying to shake out these swords along the way. Why is the 10? Yeah, okay. Yeah, trying to do the healing work along the way. So because the Temperance on the bottom of the deck is about healing, and it is about also divine timing. It takes time. It's a process. There is a need to have patience. When the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Temperance come out in a reading, you have to have patience. And remember, there was this one too. You're not going to have the answer right now from that riddle card. So there's something that you're going back and forth, or, in your mind is giving you anxiety, and it's just asking you just to let it go, like breathe it out and surrender it to the larger mind. And hopefully I see you doing that here with the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Four of Swords coming after that, right? So it's like you're trying to come out of these painful thoughts and painful memories, perhaps. Five of Swords in the reverse, please. Clarify the Five of Swords in the reverse for Capricorn. Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. The World. This is a ton of cards. Ooh, there's, again, with the holding back, there's something being held back, like some passionate communication, perhaps. The World card is here, which is leveling up. The Queen of Pentacles hit the table in the reverse, which is your energy, Capricorn. And, you know, clearly with all of the anxiety above this card and connected with the Five of Swords, it's like you have been a little upside down. That's what it's showing me. Someone has been a little upside down recently, but it looks like from all these other cards here, there's going to be a breaking point, okay, with this 10 of Wands. This is getting to the point where we cannot carry the weight anymore. We're going to put it down. And once that happens, once you surrender, I guess, you know, and just let it go, boom, instant graduation. There's the World card. This levels you up. Like I said before, it's like once you do the healing work, there's the strength. You find that self-mastery. Here with the Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles again, so it's here twice. Then the Ace of Pentacles, gorgeous, right? And this could possibly be money, or it could be a gift or an offer that you receive or want to, you know, make an offer, give the pentacle. So, but also right after that is the Four of Pentacles. So somebody like having all of this passion of the Eight of Wands and wanting to go, 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 but being held back here, you know, self-restriction it's really what it feels like. It's like this person has this big pentacle, but they're like holding it back to themselves. Now, this is the card of the miser, the Four of Pentacles, but it doesn't even feel like it necessarily has anything to do with money as far as, you know, you holding on to your money. It could be an offer that you want to give that you're holding back on, or someone's holding back on you. Or it could very well be that you're just like holding on to your money and trying to budget it right now, because the Four of Pentacles plus the Ace is the Five of Pentacles, isn't it? Which we already saw here, which is financial troubles and just worries or whatever. But, you know, we have this card of investments here with the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe things are going very slowly, right? And so that's why we're kind of just stuck in this planning mode. Two of Wands, like we want to take action, like there's a desire to take action here, clearly with the 2 and the 8, when that obviously ends up being the 10 again. So someone is super burdened by perhaps financial pinching, like there's some sort of, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, which is your energy, is in the reverse. And that's somebody who's not feeling stable financially. So that might be why we see a hard pause here. And honestly, Spirit's advice is just to keep doing the healing work. Okay, so if this is your story, you're going to know. And on the bottom of the deck, double emphasis on the healing work, which we see the Hermit showing up. This is a major arcana. So this is a huge energy. This is how we gain our wisdom and get our healing, is to quiet down the mind with our, you know, meditative practice of deep breathing, listening within the self for the answers. Like, let your soul speak to you. Stop asking everyone else for advice and go within yourself. This Hermit's out in the cold by himself. There's nobody. This is, you know, this is a time for deep self-reflection. And that's sort of what that karma card, the judgment energy, can be like as well. But, you know, this is definitely a rebirth energy, right? The judgment energy is usually showing people coming up out of their graves. So coming back to life. And this King of Wands is very much alive. The wand energy is fire. So this is someone who's going after their passions, entrepreneur energy, taking, you know, joy out of going after it. It's like there's so much passion here, but there's a need to do some healing work. All right. So the Four of Swords, anything else you would like to add to the Four of Swords for Capricorn? Wow, shit, after all of that shuffling, and there it is, the Hermit. And you see the light in his lantern, that is the star. Okay, and the star in the tarot, which is another major arcana, is a card of healing, renewal of hope, and wish fulfillment. So it's like, if you want this, if you want your wishes and dreams to come true, there's a need to do this healing. After all of that shuffling, just threw the freaking Emperor back out there. On the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, is telling me there's a need to leave something behind. And, you know, possibly there might be a need to leave drinking behind a little, you know, maybe lessen up on how much alcohol you're drinking. I don't know why that comes to me, but it's cup energy and she's walking away from those cups. That might be part of the problem. There might be an overindulgence. Only you are going to know your own life, right? But I know the traditional meaning of this card is to walk away from an emotional investment that was dissatisfying. It would never be the Ten of Cups, which is emotional bliss with another human, because it's missing these two cups right here. This is only the Eight of Cups. It's missing the soulmate component to get to that Ten of Cups, right? So so yes, this also can be leaving some emotional investment behind, because you just know it's not going to work. Also could be the drinking thing. You know, it's definitely a message that came to me. So let's look at the Strength, which the Strength is inner mastery. This is controlling the beast within. The beast within is the devil energy, which of course, Capricorn, that is your major arcana, the devil. And the devil represents our addictions. So maybe there is a need to control some aspect there within the self. Let's look into this Strength card. Obviously, you're doing it, though. If you go and you're doing this healing, it's showing me that whoever's reading this is like, all right, hard pause. We've got Seven of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Hermit. This is a big time out. This is like everything stops so that I can collect myself, collect my mind, and then we're going to proceed, right? And then the Knight of Pentacles starts walking again towards the Emperor. But, you know, there's a hard pause here, and that's what gives you this self-mastery, this strength, okay? So clarify the Strength, please, for Capricorn. Anything you would like to add? Thank you, Spirit. All right, two cards. And the Two of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. That's that indecision. That is the need to make a decision. And also she's blindfolded. So there's like an element here where she's not wanting to see things clearly, right? She's not wanting to see it. She's keeping herself blindfolded and keeping her heart chakra blocked off. And it's very like, no, you're not going to get me to budge energy here. But it can turn into a stalemate if you don't make a decision. But here I see somebody who is very abundant, okay? So after you go ahead and do the healing work and get yourself centered, balanced, and, you know, tame the beast inside. We don't ever kill the beast. Hell no. Life would suck without lust energy. No, we just tame the beast, right? Booyah, baby. Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. This is like you're coming back to life again in a major way, Capricorn. So even if you're in a relationship, this Nine of Pentacles, which is representing a single person, this is just you being able to stand on your own 2 feet just fine without anybody. Thank you very much, right? The Nine of Pentacles has financial independence. Very affluent card. And the Ace of Wands is like, what are you passionate about? Looks like you're going after it. This is a brand new passionate beginning. And with that butterfly there, we see the transformation that's happened. It's like somebody's coming back to life. The Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. Clarify the Two of Cups for Capricorn, please. Could also be just meeting a great business partner too. The Two of Cups doesn't always have to be romance. This is a perfect partnering in any aspect. So we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Five of Wands coming out to clarify the Two of Cups. This is a card of competition. Okay, I love the Five of Wands in this deck because it's dragons, you know, competing with their riders. And it's just, again, with the right, it's like you might be competing with a whole bunch of people here in order to get this partnership, is what's coming through with that Five of Wands. So maybe that's what's got somebody stressed out. But with the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, this is like coming in quickly. The communication's being delivered regardless. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles under that with the Queen of Wands under that. So there's the Queen. Six of Pentacles is a giving and receiving energy, but it's giving just a little bit. Can sometimes be a breadcrumbing card, but the main message here, Capricorn, if this is your message, is honestly to take this hard pause to get right inside yourself. Because we see a lot of anxiety here, keeping you trapped, keeping you going around in circles. So, absolutely take the time. It's worth it. I mean, I do it every day. I think it's an ongoing process. All right, so let's get you some Moonology. This is for Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. If you like the way I read the cards, Capricorn, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It would be so helpful to get the messages out there for other people who need to hear it. Okay, you have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So maybe it is romance, and maybe there is a lot of competition over this connection, and maybe that is why somebody's, stressed out. Whatever the case, whatever the reason for the anxiety, the answer is the same. Let it go. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. Bottom of the deck is it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So maybe you are at the point in this story where you've done the healing work and now it's time to take action. Like this Emperor has been planning now for a while, right? Time for some action. All right, let's get you some angels and ancestors. This is for Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. If you would like a private reading with me, the information on how to contact me is in the description box. You just click on the title and it pulls down the description box. If you would like to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box as well. All right, there we go. We have Stag, Trust and Thrive. We also have Hunter, Track Down Your Fears and Desires. Look at those two together. Well, hey. It's almost Beltane, too. If you celebrate Happy May Day. So we have Knight, be brave and honest. All right, so I have a couple of extra oracle decks I'm bringing out today. We have Divine Guidance from Your Angels oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Let's get you a couple angels. This is for Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. It's a long reading today, Capricorn. We're almost at 40 minutes. There we go. Okay, let's see. We have on the bottom of the deck, steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. And we also have time to go. Oh my, that's kind of like time to take action, isn't it? The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. And I also have Secrets of the Millionaire Mind cards. These are strictly for money. So let's see what's up with your money, Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. These cards break it down with words like rich or poor. So I don't like that. I'm going to replace that with abundance mindset or scarcity mindset. All right. So on the top or bottom, whatever you want to call it, these are double-sided cards. It says, decide that money is important. Okay, it says, anyone who says that money isn't important doesn't have any. Abundance-minded people understand the importance of money and the place it has in our society. Okay, you also have be accountable for everything in your life. Abundance-minded people believe that they create their lives. Scarcity-minded people believe that life happens to them. If you want to be wealthy, you must believe that you're the one causing your success, mediocrity, or struggle. Take responsibility for your thoughts, Capricorn, and quiet the mind. Okay, it's truly, I mean, if at the very least you're going to feel better, right? And don't you want to feel good? Yeah. Let's get some charms. We have a little dolphin talking about feeling better. Dolphins feel great. Dolphins are happy, happy, joy, joy. Then we have this little heart, and it says family, and it shows two people and a child in between them. We also have this little gorilla, so more emphasis on community for me. That reminds me of community and looking out for each other and that kind of thing. And that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope it was helpful. Until next time, take it easy. Bye.